the dreaded question within the sponsorship world. What is the ROI for this sponsorship? When we hear that in the nonprofit or association space, we're not sure how to respond, we don't know what to do, we struggle. When we're not sure how to respond, or we try and come up with an answer on the spot, often we're going to end up in trouble. We could potentially lose a sponsor, we could jeopardize the relationship, or we could have a disappointed sponsor and face declining revenues. As a result of this type of question, we need to be more solid and more firm in terms of how we're going to respond. My name is Louis Flax, and my firm, Flax Associates, assists associations and nonprofits with their sponsorship efforts and how to step up from sponsorship to partnership. So when facing this ROI question that a corporate executive would ask, there are 3 steps that we want to take. The first step is we want to soften or cushion what was stated. So for example, if we're asked about the ROI, we might say, the ROI for your sponsorships are important, or assessing and evaluating the return is critical. Some type of simple, easy phrase or statement that acknowledges we heard what they said, we didn't agree or disagree, we just acknowledged that we heard what they said, and it gives us some time to think. So the first step is to cushion. The second is we want to clarify. When we're asked about an ROI, often there could be many other issues or hidden concerns behind that. What does that mean when they're asking about the ROI? What is it that they're really driving at? Normally, there are going to be 2 factors. One is it could be an incident, something that occurred at an event where maybe the return didn't go well, or it didn't meet their needs or exceed their expectations. So there could be some type of incident, or it could be there's a new executive or a new staffer, and they want to calculate or attempt to calculate the ROI for their sponsorship efforts. So first we want to cushion, then we want to clarify, and by clarifying, we're going to ask probing questions. We're going to ask what prompted the review or focus on an ROI. How is it that you might calculate that? Is there something that created a reason to drill down on ROI? We want to ask these types of probing questions so we can understand what that hidden concern or hidden meaning is as to why they're looking for the ROI. The third step is we then want to respond. We then want to provide an answer, or we can delay providing the answer and respond that we'll get back to them, or we'll figure that out. When we're responding, we can answer with a story, we can provide some evidence, or if they're looking as to how to calculate it, we want to ask them how they would calculate it. What is it that they're going through? What type of data are they looking at? What is the way in which they're going to calculate it? So we can then work from what they provide. The reality is, in most cases, they're not going to have a formula or a specific approach. It's going to be valid to assess or evaluate the ROI. So we want to cushion, we want to clarify by probing, and then we want to respond. When we do this, we're going to place ourselves in a much better situation where we can increase and enhance our sponsorship efforts and results. And that's where we want to be. Imagine when you can position yourself and your organization with enhanced and increased sponsorship efforts, partners who are happier and satisfied, and that's where we want to be. Don't make the mistake of responding. Don't make the mistake of attempting to come up with some type of formula. Don't make the mistake of trying to answer where you're not clear on what that hidden agenda or hidden concern is. For those of you in the association and nonprofit world, hope you find this helpful. Please feel free to subscribe. Reach out to me at Lewis, Lewis, at flaxassociates.com. Hit like, enjoy, and see you next time. Thank you.